Guys, we have amazing Leah Martin Brown here. It have been a long time when I really wanted to book interview with you, and you were traveling to Australia, and like I was in the middle of move from San Francisco to LA. So I'm so happy we finally met it.
I know, we finally made it happen. It's very exciting.
You're an Australian artist. Like your residence is in America now,
Yes.
right? So you live between countries.
No, I am full-time in the US now. I was full-time in the US between 2014 and 2020.
Yeah.
And then I moved to Stockholm for a few years and then lived between Stockholm, Australia and the US. And then I moved back full-time to the US at the beginning of last year.
Yeah, so you are LA based.
LA based, yeah.
Very cool. I have Australian permanent residency, and I was like, oh my God, I'm not an Australian, but my husband is. And, it is so nice to like just meet people all across the world and learn that you are from the same city as my husband is.
I know, that's so crazy because it's like Brisbane is like, oh yeah. Yeah, I was born in Brisbane, but I lived my whole life on the Gold Coast.
Yeah, oh,
which
Gold
is an
Coast.
hour-
Oh
yeah.
my God, beach, surfing, skateboarding.
Yes, Burleigh Heads actually. And when I grew up in Burleigh Heads, like up until about 5 years ago, that was a sleepy surf town. Like people came there for holidays with their families. Now it's crazy. I go home and I'm like, what is this place? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely a different pace to LA for sure.
No winter there, no winter here. Like
Yeah.
seasons are like kind of similar.
It is. I do feel like there's a winter there, but I guess like once you live somewhere that has real winter, you're like, oh, we don't. We
Yeah.
just get a little chilly. But like anything below 25 degrees Celsius or like 79
Oh my God, you
degrees
speak
is too cold to me.
Celsius.
I do speak Celsius.
Oh my God, I love you so much. I live in America for 5 years. I'm still converting to like Fahrenheit. I have no idea how to calculate that shit.
I have like, I know like my points. I know like 90 is 32.5 and I've like figured out on like the thermometer, whatever we call it.
Yeah.
It's like anything that's like below 75 to 76 on the temperature. I'm like, no, this is too cold. This is too cold for me. Let's put on the heater.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about yourself. I actually follow you for a long time. I know stuff, like I listen to your stuff, and then when I came across your account, I was so blown away. But like I really officially wanted to introduce you to our listeners and viewers. So tell us about yourself.
Well, my name is Leah Martin Brown. I am an Australian songwriter, guitarist, and vocalist, but I do live in Los Angeles, as we have discussed. I usually write and release hard rock music, and I have a band called Evil Walks, EVOL, short for Evolution. It's technically me, and then I work with producers and I, get friends to come play with me. And then a few years ago, I was offered the opportunity to work with Mutt Lange, Tony Nielsen, and also Tommy Denander on a record. And so I've been fronting that record now, and it just came out on Friday, the 24th of October. It's called Love and Other Crimes. And that is more of it's weird. It's kind of you want to say it's a pop record, but it's not really a pop record. It's like a rock record, but it's also not a rock record. It's bizarre. It's a bit bizarre. It's very cool though, and it's been a really fun time, but it's gotten me over a lot of desks that hadn't come across me before. So now there's all these people thinking I'm a pop artist. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I didn't had impression that you sound pop. I would say it's like a mix of genres, subgenres, like hard rock and pop rock together. Yeah. Something like that.
Oh, thank you.
So I don't see you like a pop artist. I see you like hard rock artist.
Thank you. Yeah, compared to my other stuff, it's definitely very pop, especially my fans who've been following for a long time. Like I'm in C# standard tuning or drop C# or drop B. So when you come over to, and it's very riff driven and there's no samples, there's no keys. So I think compared to that, maybe I'm just doing that.
Well, you have very modern radio mixing and mastering for the songs. It sounds very like easy to market. So maybe that gives this feeling that it's like pop, but I appreciate good quality sound. I appreciate good production. So there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I worked with some great producers. We've got Mutt Lange, Tony Nielsen, and then also Tommy Denander as well. So that's been a really good experience.
Amazing. Love that. Actually, my favorite is boys. And since we are on that topic, maybe you tell us like what's the behind story of this song? How did you write it? And like just What is this song about?
Well, I have to be like 100% transparent because I'm brutally honest, and I think that's the other.
I love this about you.
Thank you. You know, rigorous honesty always. And I think that's the other thing where I view this record differently is I didn't write it. I was asked to front it. So Boys I did not write, but obviously mine, it was actually written by Mutt Lang, Tony Nilsson, and then another artist named Rochelle Royale. And she's brilliant. I think she's also LA based. She has a new band called Mortis that is wonderful, and you should go check them out. She's an insane songwriter. I'm not quite sure what she wrote it about, but for me, I feel like Boys is kind of like a feminist anthem a little bit. It's kind of, you know, turning that misogyny thing on its head and kind of changing the perception, if that makes sense.
Yes, totally. And as a female artist in rock, I know how it feels.
Yeah.
You have to have fun about that because like staying serious about this it's hard. So sometimes you just need to make a joke out of it.
Exactly. And I think the lyrics, if you really listen to them, I think they do kind of explain themselves a little bit. It's just kind of, you know, a woman should be able to kind of act in a similar way to a man and not be judged for it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
And take seriously too.
Yes.
You know, like it's just a story of my life. You achieve something and there's like people are having hard times to accept that you actually achieved something by working and being smart.
It is. It's
They're
very...
like, oh, there's always dude behind. They think there's always dude behind you.
Exactly. Especially, you know, growing up in the heavy rock scene when I was younger. It's gotten, obviously it's a lot better now. It is a lot better than it used to be. But when I was younger, I would be carrying my guitar and people were like, oh, is that your boyfriend's? I'm like, I don't fucking have a boyfriend. No, it's my guitar. Or it's like, you know, sound guys trying to explain to me how to use a microphone. And it's like,
God, I'm mansplaining you.
Yeah, it's like you sing into this head. Like, what? You plug it in here. Like, what? Don't cup it. Like, Jesus, it's not that hard.
I saw the interview with Lacuna Coil, and she was like, you know, being in male-dominated industry is like you come to the festival to perform, and then every sound engineer thinks that you are a groupie or somebody's wife.
Yeah.
I think I have internal misogyny too, which I'm working with my therapy. Like, I actually underappreciate my achievements, and you know, like this imposter syndrome haunts me all the time. So, like, it's not only battle with society; it's battle with your inner self. As someone from Eastern Europe with Middle Eastern-ish mindset, it's really hard for me sometimes to remember that I've done many things and I've been in a lot of places. It just takes a second to be grateful for all of those opportunities, you know?
It really does. And my mum actually told me something interesting. My mum works in HR and recruitment, and she said that when it comes to just jobs in general, women will read a job description, and if they don't match one thing, they won't apply. Whereas men will just read a job description, and even if they don't hit a bunch of things, they'll just apply because they're like, oh, whatever, I've got 2 of these 10 things.
So here's the thing. Confidence will take you to places, and don't be scared to ask for opening slots or more opportunities, because when it comes to men, every man has very decent self-respect, and compared to women, we overthink. We're like, am I right? Am I good enough to apply for this position? So yes, this is fucking brilliant. Please say hello to your mom, and thank you for sharing.
Mom, thanks for sharing.
Mom, I hope you're proud. Oh, this is incredible. When it comes to your vocal technique, your voice really stands out. You're very memorable. The way you sing. Tell us a little bit about your vocal background. Like, how did you develop your sound? Do you actually feel that you're ready, like, at your destination point? Like, did you develop your sound already, or you are still in the progress?
I think as an artist and a musician, I think you're always in progress, if that makes sense. Like, you're always learning, you're always adding new things. I think that there's always new things that I can add. The tone of my voice and the kind of, I think I had a manager once that called it vocal charisma. It's like when you hear a singer and you know exactly who it is.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's always been my voice. I've had a voice that's always had its own unique tone, it's cool. I definitely have done a lot of work on my voice. I was always kind of a natural singer because my grandfather was a singer and he would tour around. He actually sang like opera and
Classically trained.
he was,
right?
I don't even know if he was trained. He was just a freakishly good singer. Like he used to do the Ave Maria and he used to do all of the swing classics and Elvis and just, he was crazy. He was an amazing singer. And I had always just had like a natural tone to my voice. And then when I was about 11, I started writing music and I started playing the guitar. And I was actually a better guitarist than I was a singer.
Because that's so interesting to
Yeah,
learn. Because I'm a very shitty guitar player, and I believe I'm better singer, hopefully.
Well, I used to be a better guitarist because that's where I put all my time, and I had this natural voice, but when it came to trying to get high notes or anything, I just didn't have any training. And so I was like, I don't know how to do this. And it was just I have recordings from when I was like 13 and 14, and it's like, it's there, but there's no training there.
Yeah, the breathing, it's
Yeah.
hard, like kind of like not relaxing your throat and stuff like
Exactly. And so I had my first kind of vocal lessons when I put it in parentheses because it was a woman who was a guitarist, and I guess she was the girlfriend of a dance teacher. She didn't really have any vocal training either, and she's like, I wrote these hippie songs. I'm going to show you how to sing them. And there was no technique there, but it was just a fun way to start. And then I started getting some lessons from one of my teachers at school when I was like 15, 16, because we were doing a lot of choir music, and I went to a Catholic school, so I didn't really want to sit through church. So to be in the choir, you got to sing and like not pay attention because you were singing. So I did that. And then yeah, I just started to get into vocal lessons, and I really wanted to do hard rock singing, and I wanted to be able to sing like Amy Lee, and I wanted to be able to sing like Janis Joplin. So I had a teacher named Dinah Williams who kind of introduced me to breathing and how to move my throat and my just all of this. And it wasn't until I really worked on that. And then I got into a postgrad at university in jazz vocal performance. And I'm not
jazz vocals. Look at you.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I'm not a jazz singer. I did my bachelor's in popular music, and the only options for a postgrad were opera and jazz. So I went and I auditioned with a jazz song and an Evanescence song. And
which one?
I did My Immortal.
Oh my God, what a great song.
Yeah, so I love Amy Lee. So I went in and I auditioned. They're like, look, you're not a jazz singer, but you've done this, and we really want to help you. We think you're good enough to be here. So I got to do like 4 lessons a week for like a year in there. And then I came here and I kind of had my tone, but it still wasn't quite there. And I wrote the song with my band Eva Walks called Without Me. And I went into the studio with Brian Howes and I was trying to do the vocals, and he's like, look, I know this is your song, but you can't sing it. And I was like, oh, what do you mean? And he's like, I think you need to go and take some lessons, because Without Me is a ballad and it's very emotional. And Brian is he's a really intense producer to work with. Like he demands perfection.
He's kind of like he makes you deliver vocal parts, right?
And that's why he's one of the best. Like, he's great. And I was only 22 at the time. I was like, oh my God. So they found me a recommendation for a teacher named Ron Anderson. And so they sent me to Ron, and I just went into this like vocal boot camp, and I came back like maybe 3 weeks later, and I sang that song. Like, wow, that really, and I was like, yeah, it really did. I learnt more in one lesson with Ron than I had in like all of my vocals since. And that's kind of where it started. And then getting into gigging and being in heavier scenes. And I just but then I fell into the pattern of just yelling a lot. And then during the pandemic, when we were shut down, can't yell because I've got an acoustic guitar, so I really focused on trying to turn my voice into something that could be used for, now you hear it in pop, and now I'm just rigorous about taking care of my voice now. Yeah,
it's very in heavy end genres you should be very mindful about singing. I had so many vocal injuries, like voice injuries throughout my life, but now I finally, by the end of 3rd decade, I finally like learned how to do healthy extreme vocals, and don't really fuck up my vocal cords. But I have been through a lot of like injuries. Like I had a few years of vocal rest. That was depressing.
Oh my God, I could never. That would be so rough.
Depressing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
This is when I started playing bass.
Yeah, that makes, well, there's something.
How was your family? Was they supportive of you doing music pursuing music career? Because like, lots of kids are not getting support. They're like, find real job and like be serious, be a lawyer. How was it for you?
I mean, I always feel sad when I hear stories like that because my family have always been incredibly supportive of what I do. I think when I was young, because I've always wanted to do this, I think if I'd have turned around when I was in my mid-20s with no experience and said, I'm going to be a musician, they probably would have been like, you're funny. But I've been doing this, quite literally, I've been working towards this goal single-mindedly since I was 11.
Yeah.
By the time I was 16 and 17, I'd been nominated for, or like won highly commended songwriting awards, and I'd been recognized by like my state's music associations, and I'd been gigging a lot. I was getting notice from producers within the Australian industry. I really was kind of working very hard towards what I wanted to do, and I think that's why I had so much support, because my family's like, well, she's serious about this. And I think
they could see, they could sense the commitment.
Yeah, and then I went to school for it as well.
And talent.
So I also went to school for it, and so I think they were like, oh well, she's got a degree in it, like that must mean she's, I've been very lucky, and I'm very blessed to have a family that supports me.
We talked about like losing voice, and it's like a nightmare, right? Like imagine one, it just shapes your personality so much to be an artist, and then without music you're like nobody. Like you are somebody, but you are also nobody. I'm trying to learn how to remember that I'm not only a musician, I'm actually Alex. I have a story, but it's music is such a big part of my personality. It's such a backbone. Without it, I'm just lost.
Yeah,
I'm not fun. I'm not interesting. I don't have a joy, and I get in very depressed, and I gain weight because I always find comfort in food, and that's horrible.
I do. Well, it's better than finding comfort in other things.
True. But also, food is some kind of addiction right there.
That's true. That's true.
People think we choose this career.
Yeah.
What the fuck would you choose this career?
Yeah.
This career is the worst.
It really is the worst.
Trust me. In order to pursue what you like, you need to pay out of pocket and for decades, and then hope that one day it's all pay off.
Yeah.
And there's no guarantees.
Look, you don't pursue music as a career. It's different if you want to do it as a passion or a hobby, or you just want to have fun with it. Like we're not talking about that. If you want to pursue music as a career, you can't do it because you want to be famous or you want to make money. Like anyone who's doing that is going to leave very quickly, or you're going to be very disappointed.
Yeah.
Unless
you need to really love it.
Yeah, you need to love the music itself, and you need to love the struggle and the journey and the hustle.
That's true.
Because it's not the way it is in movies. It's like you wake up and you go...
And you sing in harmony.
Yeah, you sing a harmony, and then all of a sudden you're famous, or you post a video and you go viral on TikTok, and then you're famous forever.
There is no such thing at industry plans anymore. Like, it's a good and bad thing at the same time, right? Like, there is a purely talented artist, and that purely talented artist was like noticed by someone who actually wants to deliver this artistry, right? It is... Without this person working really hard in nowadays, there is no such thing as an industry plan anymore, because you need to fucking work your ass off on social media. And doesn't mean that if you post 4 or 5 posts a day, it's not going to bring you anywhere. Your music is going to be good, and you need to know your crowd. You need to find your format. What is this you are speaking about? Like, what is behind music? Like, what you are standing for? What's the ideology? This is not only purely on talent. There's also why?
Yeah.
Why you are doing music. So that's very important topic. You actually rocked the festival in Poland.
Yes.
That was incredible. It's like one of the biggest festivals, right?
Yes. It's called Poland Rock now, but back then it was called... I'm so sorry if anyone Polish is watching this. Apologies in advance. It's called Przystanek Woodstock. Yeah.
This is incredible. How was it? How did you get there?
Oh God. Yeah. Okay. So back in 2015, I'd been in the States about a year. My band Evil Walks had been around for about a year, and we were playing the Global Rock Summit, which was at the Roosevelt Hotel as part of Muse Expo, which is put on by A&R Worldwide. And we played a showcase at SIR Studios, and I guess person who ran Woodstock was there and he saw us play. And at the time, there was a competition running for someone to get a slot on one of the smaller stages at Woodstock and get...
And that was a small stage?
No. This
I was like, oh my God.
No. This is... So we didn't win that competition because it was also getting like some management guidance by like Andy Gould or someone amazing, and so we didn't win that. And then we were there when they were announcing it, and then this guy just stood up in the middle. It's a competition, a different band won it, and he's like, but we also want to invite Evil Walks to play, and we're going to put them on the main stage. And I was like, oh shit. So we ended up doing like a European tour, and we did the Netherlands, Germany, Sweden, Poland. It was a while ago.
No, this is incredible. Yeah. So you got that spot on fucking main stage of Woodstock.
Yeah, we opened
whatever it's called now.
Yeah, we opened the main stage because the festival started at 11 a.m. but the main stage didn't open till like 5:30 p.m.
Was it like 10,000 people there?
At the beginning there was about 10,000, but by the end of the night it was just that they told us afterwards. They came up and they said, "Oh, by the end of your set you've played to 250,000 people." And we were like, "What?"
Wow.
It was crazy. So that's what they told us. Because I think straight after us was Black Label Society. I think Shaggy played the same night. God. Within Temptation might have played the same night as us or the night before. Dream Theater was also on that
Dream
lineup.
Theater?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my
and Flogging Molly too.
Oh, if my my previous band bass player would know that you've been on the same stage with Dream Theater, he would shit his pants.
Yeah, it was a bit like that. It was such a long time ago now because there was two headliners for every night. I can't remember. It definitely was Shaggy. Black Label Society was the same day as us, and I can't remember if it was Dream Theater the night before or Dream Theater. I think it was Dream Theater the night we were there because I remember everyone was upset. We had to leave early, but it took another hour to get back from the festival, and then we had to fly out to Stockholm. It was somewhere else in Europe the next day.
Well, it's incredible. 250,000 people.
Yeah.
My biggest crowd was 10,000 people.
Wow.
And that felt big. It's like when you are performing in the stadium, it's just big adrenaline boost. And when you're standing on the in the middle of the whole stadium, you are wondering if you will be able to deliver the sound so far. How is it 250? What is it?
That's such an interesting, because I feel like I kind of have the opposite.
Yeah.
If you put me on stage in front of 3 to 5 people, I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this. I'm so fucking nervous. You put me on stage in front of 20 people and I'm like, oh God, I can't go out there. You can't make me. You put me on stage in front of 10,000 plus, I'm like, oh, I got this. Just you wait.
I know that feeling. To be honest, it is so much easier to hype up already hyped up people.
Yeah.
When 10,000 people or 1,000 people get together, they already are in this some kind of a hive.
I think it's
mindset.
I don't know. I think for me, it's an intimacy thing. I have intimacy issues as it is. So you
who
put
doesn't,
me, right? Yeah, you put
everything.
me with a small crowd. I'm like, oh, I have to deeply connect with each one of you during this performance. I hate that. Whereas with a large crowd, it's I can connect with all of you, but it's I can't see your eyes.
Oh, interesting. Here's the thing. For me, it is difficult to perform. All of us had fully sold out shows and absolutely empty, desperate, pathetic shows.
Yeah, been there.
And for me, performing just for few people in the crowd is difficult because my music is so intense. I need to shake my head, and then when it is nobody's there, it feels so silly. It's just there's just one drunk guy and bartender cheering up for you, and thank you guys, it's so nice of you, let's go. And it's just a fucking empty crowd, empty room, so it's kind of very emotionally draining, but I feel you there.
Yeah, I mean, it's I've definitely played to shows where it's just the other bands. It's you guys couldn't bring anyone either. I'm on tour, what's your excuse? Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of like a rehearsal where you get to you're oh.
Well, I've learned one good thing. Doesn't matter how many people showed up, big crowd or small crowd, I'm no longer delivering small shows. I'm just gonna dress up in front of sold out show, and I'm gonna give my best. And yes, it is a little embarrassing in the beginning because you're what am I doing? What am I doing? But then, like, you know what? That one person who showed up
Yeah.
deserves the best show ever.
Exactly. And you know what? People always remember that. I had a review written, a live review written a few years ago, and it was a show where there weren't that many, like, it wasn't a small show, but there weren't a lot of people there. But the reviewer was like, yeah, you didn't notice there weren't that many people there because the band performed as if they were performing to 20,000 people.
That's how you reach your level of artistry, when you give the same show, doesn't matter what. Rainy, foggy, no electricity, no people.
Yeah.
In the middle of the woods.
It's just, I think it's just coming back to you do it for the love of it. You're not doing it necessarily... you're not doing it because, like, I want to be a musician so I can play in front of 20,000 people or 250,000 people. Yeah. It's like, I want to be a musician because I want to write music that connects to people, and I want to be able to perform it live so they can connect with that music. I know I said I have intimacy issues, but they're connecting with the music, not me. And, I think it doesn't really matter how many people are there. Like, even if it's empty, like, you still get a chance to... If you're performing to one person, it's like, cool, I'll perform to them. If nobody shows up, it's like, cool, I get to work on my stage performance on an actual stage instead of in a small room where I can barely hear myself because PAs in rehearsal studios often suck.
Yeah.
It's for the love of it.
Your Spotify, you go as a solo artist. You go as not as a band, right? You drop the whole thing under your solo artist name.
Yeah, the new album is under just my name. There was a suggestion that I should put it under Evil Walks, but I was like, no, it's not the right vibe.
How's your band feeling about this?
Well, I mean, Evil Walks is me.
Yeah, so you all decided what the hell to do with all of that,
yeah,
right?
I mean, Evil Walks is also, he's my best friend and my drummer. His name's Jimmy Lee, but he's fine. Like, he's cool with whatever, like...
Is it like more session musician thing?
Yes. But I've worked with the same session musicians since 2015, 2016.
Same thing. What's your, give us a little highlights. What are big things coming up your way this 2020, end of 2025 and beginning of 2026? What should we expect? And do you have any, tea to spill?
Oh, I always have tea to spill, but whether or not I'm allowed to spill it is a totally different story.
Well, give us a little hint.
Okay, I could give you some lukewarm tea. Feels mama's thirsty. Okay. So, the album came out on Friday, Love and Other Crimes.
Congratulations. I didn't congratulate you properly on
Thank
that.
you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So, now that the album's out, anyone in the industry will know this, but anyone not in the industry, now that the album's out, we get to work even harder. So, I'm just going to be plugging the absolute shit out of that. Tomorrow night, at the time this airs, this will have happened already, but I have an album release show. The people over at We Found New Music have been kind enough to add me to the lineup. Hotel Z.
Can you send me a link?
Yeah. I'll send you the link.
Yeah, I would absolutely love to come support you.
We're going to do an acoustic thing. Wednesday night, I'm going to be at Soundcheck Live, which is just fun. Then I've actually been hired on as a guitarist and vocalist for another band. I'm going on their tour. They're supporting a band called Girlfriends. So that's Crooked Teeth Rock. I'll be Crooked Teeth. There, I've just said their Instagram handle. Yeah, so I'll be...
Crooked Teeth is from San Francisco. I know those guys.
Oh yeah, I'm playing with them. I'm the girl voice.
Good job.
So we leave on Saturday, and that's gonna be fun.
Is it an original or national tour?
It's national.
Around America or around California?
No, we go out of California. We're in California this week and next, and then we head over to DC. And then we go to Ohio, and then we go to Pennsylvania.
Cool. Is it like you flying, busing?
Both. I think we're doing both.
Cool.
I think there's fly-ins and fly-outs.
How many days?
I think there's 8 dates all up. It's a short one.
Yeah.
But it's fun. So that's what I'm doing after this. I'm going home to really get the songs down. Yeah, I have another solo gig in LA coming up at the beginning of December, and then I've been working on new music. I've got to chat to my label. I'd love to go on tour for my own music, but we'll just see what happens because no one seems to know what to do with me.
Yeah, it is tricky. You are in some kind of intersection when you need to make decision where to go and how to perceive yourself in the future, right?
Oh, exactly. I mean, I know what I want to do. It's just trying to get someone to...
Convince!
Yeah, it's they're like, oh, we don't know where to put you. I was like, put me with the heavy genres. I've got heavy versions of these songs. It's fine. Yeah. It'll be fine. Just trust me.
Exactly.
I've got the live on lock.
Yeah, I've seen you live. You are very hard rock girl out there, and you climbed the bar stand, and it was really fun to watch you perform live.
Thank you.
It was incredible. I finally, like, I had you on my bucket list like for so long. We finally made it happen, and very grateful of having you here for the interview.
Thanks for having me. I've had a really great time.
Oh, have a great tour, and I'll see you performing live tomorrow.
Yes, amazing. I'll send you the link.
Hey,
Hey.
little hug.